Boeing confirms major repairs are required for Starliner following months of extensive testing and analysis. Here's everything we know from today's Boeing update. Welcome back to the Launchpad. Zach here with a TOP news update. Following a 4-month extensive testing and analysis campaign, the oxidizer isolation valves on the Boeing CST-100 Starliner service module's propulsion system, Boeing has made the difficult decision to scrap the entire Orbital Flight Test 2 or OFF-2 service module and move up service modules that were currently in production. The service modules originally planned for the crew flight test will now be used for OFF-2, and the service module planned for the first ever Starliner operational crewed flight will be used for the crew flight test mission. Steve Stitch, the manager of NASA's Commercial Crew Program, made a statement today saying NASA has been working side by side with Boeing on the service module investigation, including leveraging NASA's materials and propellants experts and expertise to better characterize the potential cause of the issue. He continued on to say, because of the combined work, we have a much better idea and understanding of the contributors that led to the valve issues and ways we can prevent this from happening in the future. Boeing remains diligent and driven by the data during its decision-making, which is key to ensuring that Starliner's system is ready to fly when our test missions in 2022 resume. Boeing teams conducted extensive investigations and analysis of the valves at the Boeing Commercial Crew and Cargo Processing Facility, NASA's Marshall Space Flight Center, and at outside laboratories. Analyses that were done include testing samples of the corrosion, using specialized micro-CT scanners and borescopes to see inside the valves, exposing parts of the valves to various conditions, and removing and disassembling several valves in their entirety. Testing will now continue at NASA's White Sands Test Facility to expose the valves to conditions similar to that of the spacecraft experienced inside the factory, but also when it was loaded on board the Atlas V rocket in the Vertical Integration Facility and rolled out to the launch pad prior to the last launch attempt. Testing has already begun on the new service module to ensure that the health of that module and the hardware is ready to go. The team will also apply preventative remediation efforts to help that service module prevent similar issues from occurring. The team is now working through the next steps for removing and replacing the service module that's currently attached to Starliner. NASA, Boeing, United Launch Alliance, and the Eastern Range continue to assess potential launch windows for the Orbital Flight Test 2. ULA's manifest for the first half of 2022 is pretty full, and so is the space station's. But Boeing has agreed to an open window in May, pending spacecraft readiness and space station docking availability. With this information, we now know that OFF-2, or the Orbital Flight Test 2, at earliest will be now a 9-month delay or more, depending on how the work of the remaining investigations go and the new service module preparations continue. So what do you think? I want to hear from you guys in the comments. Do you think Starliner will be ready in May? And would you trust it? Would you get on board a Starliner at this point? Make sure to never miss another TLP news update or flash news update by engaging that subscribe button. That's all for this TLP news update. This is Zach, signing off.